Over the past 4 years, the Somali National Army has recorded significant successes eliminating more Al-Shabaab terrorists, striking their strongholds hundreds of kilometers beyond Mogadishu and disrupting their command networks. Senior Al-Shabaab operatives responsible for the deaths of thousands of civilians have been identified, targeted, and neutralized. The recent change of baton in the military, where Lieutenant General Ibrahim Mohammed Mahmoud replaced Major General Odowa Yusuf Ragi as the head of the Somali National Army, who are both Turkey-trained, is expected to bolster the armed forces and sustain the gains. The successes present a sharp contrast with previous years, when terrorists were able to carry out attacks inside hotels and strategic areas in the capital Mogadishu, including the 14 October 2017 bombing. It was one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in Somalia's history, with a single explosion claiming hundreds of lives. Today, the security environment has fundamentally improved. Territories once held by terrorists have been liberated, roads reopened, and schools, water points, and markets restored. At the center of this transformation is the Somali National Army, SNA. Established in April 1960 under Somalia's first president Aden Abdulla Osman, the Somali National Army quickly emerged as one of Africa's most formidable militaries. Though dissolved in 1991 following the collapse and civil war, the SNA endured with its reestablishment more than a decade later. That rebuilding has taken place against a complex historical backdrop. In 1992, at the height of Somalia's civil war, the United Nations imposed an arms embargo as an emergency measure to stem the flow of weapons to rival warlords following the collapse of the state and the ousting of President Mohamed Siad Barre. While necessary at the time, the restrictions long constrained the federal government's ability to equip, modernize, and standardize its national armed forces. Since the 2000s, it has been systematically rebuilt with support from international partners. Elite units and commandos continue to receive advanced training through international support, including from Turkey's Ministry of National Defense. Since 2010, Turkey has been a key partner in Somalia's military capacity building, and this has been boosted with the establishment of the Turkey-Somalia Military Academy, Turksom, in Mogadishu in 2017. So far, Turksom has trained thousands of Somali military personnel in specialized programs. As a result, the Somali National Army now operates with improved skills, logistics, modern tactical assets, and expanded aerial capabilities, working hand in hand with Somali Air Force to protect national sovereignty and secure population centers. On the issue of welfare, every soldier is now biometrically registered. Their salaries are paid directly, and a modern human resource system tracks recruitment and promotions. The international community has taken notice. In 2022, the African Union peacekeeping mission ATMIS, now AWSOM, withdrew 5,000 troops and handed over 13 military bases to Somali forces. And in 2023, the Uganda People's Defense Forces transferred responsibility for securing the presidential palace, known as Villa Somalia, and the federal parliament to the National Army. These handovers marked a historic shift and growing confidence in the Somali armed forces. The lifting of that 30-year arms embargo by the UNSC in December 2023 also restored Somalia's sovereign right to equip its armed forces. Now, Somalia is not just progressing in securing its territories, it also contributes to regional peace and security. Assuming leadership of the East Africa Standby Force in 2024 and ratifying the forces agreement, today, the Somali National Army stands as a proof that a nation can rise from devastation to become a disciplined, respected, and strategically relevant player on the international stage.